Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So Dan here. So today I want to talk about making some extra money using Fiverr and Upwork. So both of these are services that are provided free to you, free to use, and are ways where you can advertise and basically just create your own profile, just some information about yourself, and then you can basically market yourself all for free. And I'm going to show you 4 different ways that I think that basically anybody who has access to a computer and just some knowledge about computers, can basically get started today and can actually start making some extra cash. So let's get on to it. So I want to talk first a little bit about both platforms, and then I'm going to go into talking about the work itself. All right, so of those of you that aren't familiar with Fiverr and Upwork, so you can just log in and create a profile yourself just really simply, and I just want to talk a little bit about their basic approach to how they market and how you can use them to make money. So first of all, you need to create yourself a profile, and then you need to actually take a English proficiency test, and so that takes about 30 minutes or so depending on your skills. And so that basically gets you in the door to start advertising. And so if we look at Fiverr's approach, so Fiverr has a general search page where you can see a bunch of tiles and people advertise job postings. So you'll go on Fiverr, you'll see a bunch of people's ads, and basically how you make money, how you use it is if you're looking for that service, you'd click on that ad, read the description, and then based on what the price is, you would contact that person on Fiverr and say, hey, I'm interested, and they'd set up the deal and they'd start the work. That's basically Fiverr's approach. And now Upwork's more of like a freelance approach. So you can go on and you can search for job postings that people have put on there. And so say you're good at data mining, which we'll talk about, or say you're good at coding, you can just put that in the search engine right in Upwork, and you can it'll filter automatically for different jobs. You can actually read the job descriptions right then and there live, and you can just bid on it. So you can just what that would mean is just putting a request in to the person that's offering the job, and giving some background, maybe talking about your skills and how you're going to do it, and provide a price. And then also too, Upwork does offer a way for you to market a job. So say if you wanted to offer a service, you can as well, just like Fiverr, you can build yourself a tile and set that up. So in a future video, I'm going to talk about how to set these up, but for now, we're just going to talk about, basically the service, and then I'm going to go into some things that I think everybody can do. When it comes down to Fiverr or Upwork, people ask what's the best one. I just say it's up to you. It's up to the person that's going to be working. So if you're more of a go-getter, Upwork might be better because you can constantly watch what people are posting and just be the first one to jump in and offer a lower price or a better price just because you got the skills, and you'll most likely get the job. Whereas Fiverr is more of, you just create the ad and you kind of sit back and let people come to you. Of course, you'll be doing marketing and stuff on your own, right? But it depends on basically what your motivations are. And of course, what I recommend too when starting out is to go lower in the price. This is just because there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of other people, that are in this field, and so you've got to really kind of stand out. And that again goes with good tile, a good sort of description with your job. So, that all is going to really stand out. So definitely I would say go a little bit lower than you normally would, but that's all going to change because how both of these systems work is there's a rating system. And so depending on the reviews that you get from your clients, the better you do, the more reviews you get, the more the algorithms in both systems will promote your job higher, and you'll end up getting more work. So overall, it's all good. You'll get your money, I promise. And so what you really need to know too is Fiverr and Upwork both take a 20% cut. That's just how it is. That's just using the business. And so Sorry to say, but that's just want to like blatantly say that out loud, that they take a big chunk. So charge accordingly. All right, so next I'm going to go and talk about the jobs that I think anybody could actually start up today and start making some money. So let's go on to that. All right, so the first job that I think people should try is SEO, YouTube search improvements. So there are a ton of people out there that are making YouTube videos, myself included, that are, out there trying to promote themselves, trying to, really get their name out there, and they're willing to pay for some help. And so what I've learned just through my own channel and just learning about YouTube is that there is a method to the madness. So YouTube uses a lot of algorithms to really kind of move your video around and will populate to things that are more interesting and whatnot. And so what you can do is if you're familiar with YouTube, if you know how it works, you can easily look at somebody's searchability in the video itself. So there's a lot of free programs out there that you can actually find analytics behind YouTube and see what sort of tags they have related to the video itself, what sort of how they've performed. Have they included a end tile? Have they done just different drop-in clips to other videos within the video? Just any sort of ways, any good practices for a video on YouTube to get the person watching. So what I would do is just offer the service for the YouTube's search improvements, and then go ahead and download this kind of software, and you could just basically search the tags that are related to the video. So do some homework, do some research on what things are trending related to the video that your client might be requesting for. And so you can do this pretty easily with this Videolytics is a free software, and so you can actually type in the SEOs and it'll rank them. So you can just say, hey, this one's really popular, I'm going to put this one in. So you can add that kind of stuff to people's videos, and it's really going to help in their search criteria. And what's really cool about this service too is if they're not comfortable with it, this is something that you could suggest. It's up to you. Is you could say, hey, let me do that work for you, and you guys can work it out, and you can set all this stuff up for them, and boom, just because maybe they didn't want to spend the time or whatever, you can just capitalize on that. So YouTube search improvements is a big one. So then the next one is you can advertise and promote YouTube videos. So again, there are a ton of people out there looking to improve the amount of people watching their videos, improve their subscribers, anything to help basically get to the monetization, right? They want to start making some money on YouTube. And so, all right, so check this out. So you can go and do the promoting of the video for them for free. There are thousands of people out there that will do this thing called sub for sub, where you subscribe and view their video, and they'll subscribe and view yours. So you can do that for free. Also too, Reddit does this kind of thing too, where you can put the YouTube video on a Reddit page, and you've got access to now hundreds of thousands of people looking at this. I'm going to go to the page here so you guys can see it for yourself real quick. So here's one page real quick. All I did was a quick Facebook search, and I did YouTube channel promotion. So enter that in Facebook, and you're going to find hundreds of different pages. And if you look here, this is a private group, and they have over 240,000 members. And so I'll just scroll down here, and I can just see here's video after video after video. So you can just go ahead and post in the video that you're trying to promote, and people will automatically subscribe to it. And of course, you'd have to subscribe to theirs. So if you guys can time it out well, that's an easy way for you to actually put some views onto people's channels. And so another thing too is, of course, you can go on a Reddit page. And so I just did a quick search here for, I just typed in Reddit YouTube channel promotion, and third one down is how to promote your video on Reddit, YouTubers. So here's all sorts of different information you could find. These are all just different ways that you can find to basically grab your client's video and then post it into to some sort of a channel to get the views up. And then you can determine how many views you want your to offer to your client and how much time you're willing to put into this to charge for that. So, and then another thing too, this is going to be those who are more interested in investing some time in this, is what you're going to find after you start promoting your videos on these channels and these areas is you're going to get people responding to you and saying, hey, I'll charge you X amount of dollars to boost your channel, whatever, you know. So there's a lot of interest in this. And so if you're inclined to be kind of business minded, you could reach out to those people and create sort of a partnership with them so that you can do the video promoting. You can offer that and whatnot, say on Fiverr or Upwork, and then they can do the work for you, and then you'll get some money in between. So that's just one opportunity that you can try. So, and now the third job that I want to offer or talk about is resume building. So there's a lot of people out there right now that, you know, are out of work or looking for work. And so here's a perfect opportunity for you to take some extra time and just look over their resumes and just kind of improve on what they have. So basically, you know, one approach might be that you could find a clean template. Maybe it's one that you have, maybe it's one that you found on the web. And then basically, you can find out this information while talking with your client and find out what sort of stuff they're interested in. And then you can start researching basically that sector. Maybe they're into technology or something, so you can find all the latest and greatest related to technology and make sure that it's in their resume. So basically tailor it to them. And then, of course, you're going to want to check their grammar and then just make sure their wording and everything is concise as possible. But you can basically, do as much as you want with this. So you can basically determine how much time you want to spend on this. And then from there, I would, figure out a rate you want to charge, something that's fair. But then what's nice is you can there's a lot of extra perks that you can find with this because look at how popular LinkedIn is. So you can say, hey, for an extra fee, I can go ahead and update your LinkedIn account for you. And now you've got some extra cash from that. Or say, hey, if they've got a cover letter, you can say, hey, for $20 more or whatever, I'll review your cover letter. So, there's a lot of opportunities here. So just something to look out for. And then the next thing is data entry. So if you are just somebody who's really savvy in Microsoft Excel or any sort of Microsoft program, then there's a ton of people and businesses out there looking, for somebody to just take the time to just do some data entry or just help with some basic, just general analysis. So, this is perfect, if you just want to make some extra cash and you don't feel, like doing like Uber driving or really, just anything where you have to leave the house. You can literally just sit in your room and just kind of throw on some music and start plugging away here. So what I would recommend is making some sort of a tracker, make some sort of like a spreadsheet that you can track your progress. That way, basically you and your client can have some sort of communication happening, and you can say, look, this is what I'm working on, and this is when I'm planning to be finished, and then they can have that expectation and understand what's happening. So what really could be nice is if you build that relationship, really, do some really good work and just kind of be really inquisitive, ask what else they need, because there is a big opportunity for you to maybe make some extra money in that. Say they have some other task coming up and they say, hey, you know what, let's just use this guy. He's really great, So great opportunity there. And what's nice too is if you're really technical savvy, like say you're good with maybe Visual Basic or can do some really neat tricks in Excel. Now, say if you automate something for somebody, where you just make it a click of a button, you can say, hey, here's what you asked for. Maybe they just needed their spreadsheet cleaned up, but for an extra fee, I can just make it so you can just do this with a click of a button. Boom, you got yourself some extra cash. So definitely something worth looking into. And then I got one more. So I told you 4, but watch out, I got one more. So this one's more geared towards, if you're a real techie. But it is coding. So this is the latest and greatest, right? So if you are good at coding, if you know any one of those little programs in there in that little list, you've got a leg up on a lot of people. So you can get paid for it. So there are a ton of people and businesses right now just looking for ways to improve their data. Automation is huge. Designing websites, that kind of stuff is just absolutely huge. So if you've got that skill, and you've got the time, you can definitely really market yourself very well. So big items you can find just doing real quick searches in both Fiverr and Upwork, scraping data, building APIs, basically building a website, which sounds complicated, but you can just find a lot of quick ways to do quick templates, and you'd be surprised how happy people are using machine learning. If there's any sort of way where you can take in a lot of data and do some big analysis, that's huge, and you're going to get paid big money for that, I promise. You can set the bar here. That's what's really exciting. And so, if you're not into coding, oh my God. So go to where you're at now, right? You're on YouTube watching this. So you can YouTube coding videos, and there are so many out there. Again, definitely for coding, just like it is with data entry, this is something where you're going to want to build a relationship, right? You're going to really want to have that connection so that, say, if any other jobs come up in the futures or recommendations come up, you're going to be there. So you can definitely do a lot with this. Coding is huge. So definitely wanted to share that with you guys. All right, so I promised 4 and I gave 5, so over delivered. All right, so just like I would do if I was on Fiverr or Upwork, right? You're gonna wanna over deliver and do a really good job so that they're gonna come back to you and you can make some more money. All right, so thanks so much for watching. And if you found this interesting, if you learned something, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That would really mean a lot, and it would really help the algorithms out and help the channel. So, and if you're interested, please subscribe. That'd be great. And of course, please make sure to comment down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about these kind of gigs, because these are really interesting to me. And yeah, so I'm going to be making some more videos in the future, because I want to share with you guys how to set up these accounts, because it's a little involved. And then also too, I want to share with you how I make just really quick snippets for my work, so that way it looks professional, and it's really easy, and it's free, and it doesn't take very much time. So I want to share that with you guys. So thanks again for watching, and take care.